Okay, hello, welcome to my channel. This will be my first video and how I ended up with a Gen 1 MT-09. It wasn't my first choice, 100%, but I'm a bit of an impulse buyer and it was there, so you know. Okay, so I started riding when I was 2 years old, born into a family of bikers. I started riding on a Pee-wee 80 step-through gear. And by 16 I was riding on a Phaser 600. I had a special license that allowed that. We won't talk much about it, but anyways, the time come, I was 19, I had no money, I was broke, in and out of work, losing jobs, starting jobs, losing jobs, starting jobs, and I come down to do my A2. I paid for it all and I was really nervous, and I didn't even realise you had to do a theory at this point, but when I heard about it I was like, oh, okay, no worries, it'll be easy. It is and it isn't. At the time, being a stupid teenager, I didn't look into the highway code, I didn't read nothing. I was like, I've been riding on the streets for years, I know what I'm doing. But little did I know it's a lot more complicated than that. So, long story short, I failed my A2 because, well, I failed my theory. And when I failed my theory, I got cold feet and pulled out because I needed any bit of money I could afford at that time. I was like, oh man, that was a lot of money for me. So I got my money back, except from the theory, which I think is £25 or something. It wasn't much. Basically, I thought, I'll just wait till I'm 24 and then I could get my direct access, my full bike license. Things changed. At 24, I started my family, moved out, etc. And it sort of sidelined my bike. Obviously, in this time, I got my driving license because I was like, I need it for work and getting around and my family. So I was like, okay. And then my bike license sort of got pushed to the back because I had bigger priorities like bills and a family to look after. And by the age of 28, which was now a little while back, I had this money and I was like, oh man, I might just get a little 125 just to whip around on. And then I was like, well, hold on a minute, I've got the money to do my full bike license, and I almost forgot that's what I always wanted. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going for it. So I went for it. First time pass on module 1, module 2, all the same day. Theory pass straight away, flying colours, because at this point I really got up to date on all the theory from doing my car test and reading the book back to front multiple times. At this point I passed, and I had in mind that I'm going to go to a shop and buy me an MT-09. Something about the MT-09 I loved, and I really wanted a Gen 2 because I preferred the look of the Gen 2 over the newer ones. So I went into the Superbike factory, I can't remember where it was, and I looked around this whole place for an MT-09 and I couldn't find one. And me being as impulsive as I am, I was like, oh, I'll just buy something else then. And then as I'm leaving, I see this Gen 1 MT-09. I was like, oh, still an MT-09, you know, an overpriced MT-09 Gen 1, and I instantly was like, I'm buying this right now. Sat on it, I was like, this is the bike for me. I bought the bike straight there on the spot, and I had to wait a couple of weeks. Rode home on it. I started to realise, God, this bike is quite aggressive for a 850, you know, an MT-09, right? It turns out the way the throttle comes in, it's like instant, all or nothing, and they're very choppy and they're hard to smooth on. It took me a little while to get used to, but I have no regrets. I've gotten used to it. At some point I'm going to get a power commander on there and a quick shifter to smooth out the throttle response, I suppose. But I don't regret the bike at all. I love it. It was a bit overpriced for me because it's a Gen 1, but I just knew I had to have it, and I just fell in love with this bike. I want to get back into wheeling. It's been a long time, and get back into stunting and things, but as of right now, it's the least of my priorities. I'm just trying to get out here, maybe make some content if people are interested. I would like to do it, I just haven't had a lot of time to do it. Do a bit of TikTok with my brothers. He rides on my Husqvarna a lot of the time. I got a Husqvarna 450, a TE, and I got a commuter bike, which is just a Gilera Nexus 250, I believe. couple off my brother for £600. That's to get me an hour to work and an hour back, and it cost me nothing on fuel. If you guys like bike content and would like to see my little projects over the years, I'll see if I can dig up some videos. We used to do little engine swaps and things like that. I'm not 100% if I've got all that anymore. I had a lot of trouble with social media and getting reported when I was younger for silly things I was putting on there with the bikes. So I deleted it all, and a lot of it's gone missing. I got some stuff on my TikTok, which is not my original TikTok. I had a lot more on there. I think I only managed to salvage a few videos. So maybe check my TikTok out, and maybe you'll find the content quite good. I'm hoping to get into creating content a bit more, and I can talk about what mods I've done to the bike, what I plan to do to the bike, and I'll even bring in my other bikes at some point. I can't keep them all stored at this place, I just don't have the space. 2 of them I kept at my dad's house. But yeah, if there's anything you want to know about any of the bikes, or if you want to ask anything about the test, or anything in general, whatever you want to know about bikes, cars, etc., I don't mind talking about it. If you could leave in the comments what kind of content you would like to see, we'll see how this video does, and I'll make some more soon and maybe get a regular schedule going. But thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, don't take this as an expert watch it, I was in a bit of a hurry. Thanks guys.